The others were the sympathists. And the third were the devil's advocates. Now, the dears were usually women. And when they asked you what's going on with your life, we say, oh, we're looking to adopt some children. And we get that look. In their mind, I could just see it. Oh my gosh, they're in there for a couple. What am I going to say? Oh, that's nice. And then change the subject. And then there was the sympathists. And the sympathists were, oh, we love children. Children will change your life. We thought about adopting children. We're thinking about it. And then there was the third type. I call them the devil's advocates. And they would always start out with, why would you want to adopt? You don't know what you're going to get. And I'm thinking, at least I know it's going to be human. And then they would go, but you don't know what kind of gene pool they're going to come from. And the second time I heard that, I stood back and I looked and I said, bowed legs, bulging belly, balding head, dim-witted. I think you're a little low on your gene pool. Well, we finally got that phone call. Blah, 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 blah. When would you like to come up to pick up your baby boy? And at that moment, it was like I was 9 months pregnant and my water just burst. And then reality hit. And this young lady that I worked with comes up to me and says, oh my gosh. She looks at my pants. That's gross. She sees a puddle on the floor and she says, I hope you're going to clean that up. Well, we named our first baby boy Joshua. And 2 years later, we picked up a baby girl and we named her Grace. Life is good. We met other adoptive couples. And every Memorial weekend, we'd get together and we'd have, on the shores of Lake Erie, a barbecue chicken dinner. Well, this one Memorial weekend, I got the task of taking all the kids down to the pier to do some fishing. And that Memorial weekend, we were catching these huge whoppers. Okay, whoppers. And as I was reeling this whopper, I get this tug in my pants. And it's Joshua. He says, Dad, I got to go potty. I said, okay, Josh. I'm looking around. I'm thinking, no, I can't take all these kids up there. Why don't you just go over there behind the boat house and just be careful of the poison ivy. Okay. So a couple minutes later, he comes over and says, Dad, I want number 2. And I'm thinking, man, I got to ask, what'd you use? He says, oh, the leaves from the vines. And I'm thinking, great, I think I better go look and see what it is. He says, don't worry, Dad. The sign said these leaves aren't poison ivy. And I'm thinking, oh boy. So I go over there, and luckily, he used grape leaves. And at that moment, all the thoughts of dabbing his behind with calamine lotion just dissipated. Well, a little while later, we're up there, and I'm barbecuing with my friends, and I'm telling them about the story. And all of a sudden, I see the kids running around, and I hear this car door slam. Bam! I hear this kid scream, ah! And all of a sudden, little Nora runs up to me and says, Mr. Evans, I just slammed Josh's foot in the car door. And I'm thinking, oh no. So next thing you know, we're rushing to the hospital. It's Memorial weekend. It is really busy. And Josh has already made this trip a couple times. He's got a reputation there. And we finally get escorted into this huge area. I call it a triage area. You know, the kind where they have, lots of rooms with nothing but curtains hanging up. And all of a sudden, I peer around one of those curtains, and I can see these 3 young interns. And they're doing scissors, paper, rock, and who's going to take Josh? This young intern walks in. He's got this Eastern European accent. He looks at Josh's toes. He says, we're going to have to stitch you up. And he reaches around, and he pulls out this saber-sized syringe. And Josh's eyes get this big, and he yells, "Can't we just use duct tape?" Well, you know, the devil's advocates were partially right. You never know what you're going to get from kids. But we need a lot more adoption in this world. There are nearly 100,000 kids that go unadopted in the United States every year. UN last reports put 160 million kids on this earth that are abandoned or orphaned. And we only do about 250,000 adoptions per year worldwide. So we need a lot more support with adoption. So all you devil advocates out there, next time you look at your family picture, all I have to say is, I hope you say, we can add some more genes to our pool. Thank you.